What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Moonlight. I just wanted to do a quick intro before we get started. Dark Souls, the very first one. Obviously, we're going to be playing the remastered version, but we're going to be playing Dark Souls next as our next game. I wanted to go through all of the games in order, so we're going to play Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll probably get started with Bloodborne. But I wanted to go ahead and get Dark Souls started for you guys, and I hope y'all like my playthrough. I'm not real familiar with this game, but we're gonna go ahead and get started here. As soon as it. Oh my gosh. I thought I got rid of all this stuff, but I guess I didn't. I'm sorry if y'all hear some in the background, if y'all hear some loud bangs or random people talking. They're doing some work on the house or on the apartment across from me. So I just wanted to say sorry if y'all hear some bangs or some random voices talking. Go ahead and get that brightness up for you guys. It's a little loud. I don't need to change any of this, but I am gonna go ahead and change my jump to L3. The only thing that's going to be different in this game is I'm actually not going to be playing as a sorcerer or doing any type of magic. We're going to start off with the thief. Actually, has some pretty good stats. Has good dexterity and some pretty good health at the beginning. And you also start with the master key, which you can choose the master key as a gift. But I like to start off with the thief because he just has it automatically, and you can get the black fire bombs as the gift. Just average. Go with the Far East Traveler. I like to do the semi-long black, and then I don't know why this matters to me so much, but let's see if we can get a good face relatively fast. I don't know why this matters to me. We're not going to be seeing my character's face, but oh crap. Let's. This face is fine, and we'll get this game started.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
Excuse me.
Nito, the first of the dead, the Witch of Izalith, and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Excuse me again.
This is your fate.
We begin in the Northern Undead Asylum, and that was Oscar who dropped in the dungeon cell key for us. I want to go ahead and apologize if y'all hear me coughing or cough or sniffle or clear my throat. We had a very, very extremely windy day yesterday where I live, and that set off my allergies, so I'm kind of fighting with my allergies today, so I just wanted to go ahead and apologize if y'all hear me cough or sniffle or clear my throat. But yeah, that was a super long and an intense cutscene, and kind of sets up for the rest of the game, and y'all can kind of see the first boss of the area kind of sitting up there. That is the Asylum Demon, and they're gonna hop down. Ouch. But we are not gonna fight them right now. Even though, I did pick up the black fire bombs, and you can kill the Asylum Demon with, like, 5 or 6 of those black fire bombs, but we are not gonna do that right now. Go ahead and pick up our shield. And this is not a great shield, but we'll be getting a better shield soon. And this is also not a great weapon, but we'll also be replacing it soon too. But all those orange things you see on the ground, they're just messages. Let me see if I can find one. Like this. They're all just developer messages. Kind of tells you how to play the game. But in my playthrough, I'm going to be showing you all how to play the games, how to beat all the bosses, how to find all the good items. If you go this way, you're going to be met with this staircase and an item, but you cannot get up there. I will be coming back here after a little while to get that. And then the way he goes up those stairs, but I've turned up the brightness for you guys, so hopefully you can see it, but there's a boulder up there that they're going to push down. It's going to hit you. But this is just a shortcut back to the first bonfire we lit. So how to trigger this boulder, just go up a little bit and then they'll push it down and kind of step off to the side. And we're going to go in here and we're going to talk to Oscar.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I'll just go ahead and say yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now
And we will be doing that.
And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Our Estus flasks are how we heal in this game.
Oh, and this.
And this is the key we need to access the level 2 of the Undead Asylum.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
You can either smack him and kill him, or you can just walk out and he'll die.
Now I would hate to harm you, and thank
You'll hear it in a second. Yeah, so he dies. I tried to parry him and failed miserably. But once you get the flasks, you don't need to equip them. They get automatically equipped for you. And the Estus flasks are how we heal in this game. And there is a way to get more than 5, and I'll show y'all. But kind of see if you can lure these guys out. Now they're going to be dumb, and they blocked themselves in. Really? Ouch. Ouch. And unfortunately, in the Dark Souls Remastered games, there are no fancy parries or anything like that, so... Or there's no fancy backstabs animations in this game. And this is the door that we need to go and get that item that I showed y'all earlier, but it's locked. We'll be getting the key shortly for it, though. And then let me go ahead and two-hand. And then now we can go ahead and properly fight the Asylum Demon now that we have a weapon. So just go ahead and do the drop down. And the best way to fight the Asylum Demon is just get behind him. He cannot hit you if you're behind him. He does the big slam down. So just like I said, just get behind him. And unfortunately with the bandit knife, you're gonna take quite a few swings, but just like that, he goes down. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and unequip these black fire bombs. I'm not gonna need them. And the big pilgrim key is what we need to get out of here. And the little door is the one that you need to go through, other than the big door. And we are actually going to be doing what Oscar said, and we are going to be ringing the bell of awakening. And we are also undead. It's kind of the theme of this game. Technically, it's not zombies. We're undead. It's weird. We're gonna hit with another cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
That's us.
To the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
We are the one that they're talking about in the ancient legends. And the bird's going to be dropping us off in our new hub. Say hello to Firelink Shrine. So yes, in this game there's no Black Maiden or anything like that for us to level up. We level up at these bonfires. And the bonfires is also how we get more than just the 5 flasks. See, this bonfire is all glowy and on fire. We got 10. Once we get something else, we can level the bonfires up to where we get 20 Estus flasks. But for right now, 10 is the max we can have, and that will be plenty. If you want to, you can talk to him. Basically, he's kind of depressed and stuff, and he'll let you know there's actually 2 bells of awakening. But go ahead and grab those humanities, then run off to the side here. If you didn't choose the black fire bombs as your gift, you can come over here and you can find 6 regular fire bombs. And the fire bombs are actually pretty useful. We'll be using them later on. If you go up and talk to Fat Boy over here, let's go ahead and just talk to him.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
At first, he may seem like an asshole, but he's really not. But you just keep talking to him.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
He gives you a copper coin. Go ahead and talk to him one more
Oh
time.
my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Go ahead and say yes.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now, only their ultimate
So if you decided to become a priest, if you chose that as your starting class, this is the guy you want to talk to at the beginning of the game. He teaches you some pretty good miracles. I have no interest in miracles in this game.
Come again.
But while we were talking to him, if you heard those, what sounded like a bell in the distance, that's other players ringing the bells of awakening. I thought that was kind of a cool feature that you can hear it, and you can hear other players in your game ringing the bells. I thought that was a cool feature. But go ahead and drop down here, and then turn around, and there's a small hallway, and then drop out, and you got a few chests to open. Got some homeward bones. You use homeward bones to go back to the last bonfire you rested at. You get a morning star and a talisman. And 4 cracked eye orbs. I'm not going to be using the cracked eye orbs. But we did pick up the morning star. We can't use it because we don't have 11 strength. But if you do have 11 strength, this is actually a pretty decent weapon if you want to start off with it. It has a bleed effect of 300, which is pretty good. But yeah, it also is weird because it's a hammer, but it doesn't do strike damage. It does thrust damage, which is kind of odd about it. But we'll be picking up a much nicer weapon later. And then we got one more chest, and we got some Lloyd's talismans. I think the Lloyd's talismans help you transform to blend in with your environment, I think. Let's go here. Oh, you throw it at somebody and it prevents them from using their Estus. So it's more of a PvP item, not something I'm real interested in. But if you go slide down here, which is what we're going to be doing, there's some items in this graveyard, but you can kind of see some shields, and those pulsating red puddles are other players who have died. So you might be thinking to yourself, they died. I wonder how they died. You can see those not puddles, but the piles of bones and swords. They're actually going to come together, and we are going to be chased through this graveyard by skeletons, and hopefully we don't die. Yeah, see, they'll come together, and we're going to make a mad dash and try to grab some of the items in this graveyard, because there are actually some items that we want at the beginning, and then we're going to have some bigger skeletons. But we're going to grab this Vihander. Try not to get caught on the gravestones. Come down here, grab the binoculars, and then you're going to want to come around to the back and just keep running, but try not to have your stamina go all the way out. Grab the winged spear, and then try to run to the left of the skeletons to make them turn around. And then we're going to run up here. There's an item for us to grab up here. And then kind of run and then jump off. You'll get a rolling, kind of a rolling run. Kind of gets you a little bit further distance, because if the skeletons get too close to you while you're at your bonfire, you can't rest at it. But now that we got that, I'm gonna go this way, and there's a few more items for us to pick up here. Come around to this side, and then around here. There's another soul item. And you'll come this way, and there's another item for us to pick up over here. Kind of roll off. Ooh, I almost got bumped off the edge by the skeletons. And we'll just run back the way we came. And then hit the bonfire to reset everything. And then we're going to go downstairs. And this is why we picked up the master key. But right here is the fire maiden. She cannot talk to us. but she's gonna we'll get some unique souls that we'll take to her to reinforce our Estus flask, which will make them stronger. But she cannot talk to us because she actually, I don't know if it's stated somewhere or I just heard this, but I think her tongue was cut out. So she can't speak to us, and she never will in this whole playthrough. But we're gonna go down this elevator, and I recommend stepping off the elevator and then running back over it to hit the little center button to send it back up. And then fall off to the side here. We got another soul. And this is why we grabbed... this is New Londo Ruins. We'll be coming here later, but much, much later. And then this is why we got the Master Key, so we could open this gate and go into the Valley of Drakes. Pick up another soul item, come across this bridge. Through this cave is how you get to Blight Town, but there's another way to get into Blight Town. And Blight Town right now at this level would be horrible to go through. So if you're a speed runner, that's kind of the way to go, I think. But we're not going to be messing with Blight Town right now. We'll mess with Blight Town much, much later. Do not pick up these two items, because if you do, you'll wake up this giant dragon. But you are okay to pick up this one, which is the Soul of a Proud Knight, which is a very good soul item, especially for early game, because once we get back to Firelink Shrine, we're going to pop all the soul items that we picked up, and we will be able to level up quite a bit. These blue creatures that you see, these are the drakes. Ouch! Ouch! And that is why you gotta be careful of the drakes. It's the first time everyone's ever caught me. Usually I'm able to run or roll past it, but it caught me and I wasn't able to roll, and it staggered me. What I meant by staggered is when my character got hit, he kind of stumbled backwards. That's how you know you've been staggered. And when you've been staggered, you can't roll or do anything else until your character finishes their stumble animation. And as you can tell, by the time my character got out of his stagger animation, he got hit again, and that's what killed me. But it's cool. I should be able to grab my my souls. Let's go this way. All these characters right here, they won't attack you unless you attack them, and I don't recommend killing them. They're like you can see there, they're only worth 20 souls apiece, so it's not worth attacking them. But we are actually going this way for a specific item and a specific enemy. That we're gonna kill the enemy that I'm talking about. We're gonna kill him, but we're not actually gonna be doing the killing. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be knocking him off a cliff to kill him. But where are my souls? There they are. You can tell your souls apart from other characters by the little green that's pulsing inside of your blood puddle. That's how I meant to do that. And then these other drakes, you can just kind of run past them and then go up this little incline. Off to the left here, there's an opening, and we're going to take an elevator up. On this elevator, do not send it back up or send it back down, because we're gonna need it. So I actually recommend taking this bonfire. In this Souls game, the last bonfire that you light or you rest at is the one that you're gonna return to if you die. So I recommend grabbing that bonfire. And that is the item, that's the enemy we're going to kill up there. It is a Black Knight, but we wanted the Grass Crest Shield, and we're going to knock him off the cliff. What you want to try to do is try to backstab him. Ouch. Because he's incredibly tough. But if you can position him right, you can backstab animation. You'll kick him in the back. And just like that, you can knock him off the cliff. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got it. I got it. I actually got the Black Knight Halberd, which is what I wanted. That's incredible, incredible luck. It is the Black Knights will drop their weapons and their shields, but you have a very, very small chance of getting it. The Grass Crest Shield is the other item we went for. If you read its description, it's an old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. So it's actually going to make our green bar come back faster. So I don't have the strength to wield it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on my back and run with two-hand my weapon. So I can, what's really cool about this game is that I can have the effects of the Grass Crest Shield without actually being able to wield it. So I can wield I can use the stamina recovery of the Grass Crest Shield without being able to use it. So coming back is when you want to see if you can grab those two items, because like I said, you're going to grab the two items and it's going to wake the dragon up. So grab the two items and then try to roll, because he's going to swing, and then run. That's how you want to do it. And then he's going to spit his poison, I think. And if you get caught in it, it'll slow your movement, and it'll also damage you. So just try to avoid it. But that's the way you're supposed to do that. Is you grab the two items, and if you position yourself right, your character will automatically grab both items, and your character will grab them in time, just barely fast enough for you to roll the dragon swinging at you. There's one more item for us to grab that's over here, or actually two more items for us to grab over here. The other one is right here. You got the S-Stock, which is a pretty good thrusting sword if you're going to playing a full dex playthrough, but there's better dex weapons to use. But go ahead and break that pot. And we got some transient curses. The transient curses are used here in New Londo. In New Londo, there's some ghosts that you cannot hit without using the transient curses. But no matter what, the ghosts can hit you. But if you don't have those transient curses, you can't fight back. But go ahead and send the elevator back. Ugh, my allergies are clogging my throat up. So y'all probably hear me clear my throat a couple of times. As cool as the Black Knight Halberd is, it's not my preferred weapon of this playthrough. My preferred weapon is the Black Knight Sword or the Black Knight Greatsword. So I'm going to be trying to get either one of those weapons, and we'll have a couple of chances. But go ahead and hit this bonfire so you can get your flask spec to 10. And our character looks pretty ugly right now, but you can kind of see we look kind of crinkled and dried out. But we're going to change that here soon. But we're going to go ahead and pop all of our soul items first. And before you can pop another soul item, you have to wait for your character to get done with the animation. So but just in case we don't get the Black Knight sword or the Black Knight Greatsword, I am going to be trying to go for the stats that will allow us, will allow us to use the Black Knight Halberd. We need 32 strength and 18 dex. Our dex is pretty close, so I'll probably go ahead and level my dex up to 18. And then we'll start working on vitality, endurance, and strength. In this game, we're not going to worry about in this game, we're not going to worry about entombment or resistance, intelligence, or faith. We're not going to worry about any of those stats. But mostly in this game, we're going to be focusing on vitality, endurance, and strength. Once we get our dexterity up to 18, we won't need to raise it any higher. I think 18 is the base number we need to wield any of the Black Knight weapons. So yeah, this is going to be a strength-based character, because that's the best, in my opinion, that's the best stat to raise in this game, or it's the best class to use in this game is strength-based. The reason I chose the bandit is for that 15 dex, because the higher your dex can be, you'll be closer to be able to wield the Black Knight weapons, because you can two-hand a weapon if your strength isn't high enough. You can two-hand a weapon and be able to use it, but if your dex isn't high enough, you won't be able to use it at all, even if you were to two-hand it. So that's why I chose the bandit, so we have a high starting off dexterity, so we can still wield the weapon. But let's go ahead and pop one humanity. Humanity is what you need to kindle your bonfires, is how you make them go up from, because the bonfires are base 5 Estus flasks, but if you kindle them, see, I can't kindle while hollowed, so what you're going to do is you're going to reverse hollowing, and that'll make our character look normal. And then if I were to kindle, well, I don't have any humanity, but if I were to kindle this bonfire, it'd go from, when you rest at it, it'll go from giving you 5 Estus flasks, it'll go up to 10. So we're also going to level up. We're going to get vitality up to 10, endurance up to 10, put that at 18, and then start leveling up strength. And we'll probably get our strength up to 15 and then focus more on vitality. But now that our strength is at 15, we could actually use the Grass Crest Shield because it was just a requirement of 10 strength. And we're probably going to switch out weapons to... I can't use that. I don't want to use the hilt. Can't use the Zweihander. S-Stock. Let's see if the Morning Star's better. We'll probably start off with the Morning Star. Swing Spear's better, and I don't think I can use this. No, I can't even use it two-handed. So we're going to start off with the Winged Spear right now, along with our Grass Crest Shield. Just put the Grass Crest Shield on our back, and we're going to two-hand the spear. That's pretty good damage. We're going to use this spear for right now, but watch out for the guy up there. He's going to throw fire bombs, so kind of try to stay off to the side and lure this guy over. And what's kind of good about the spear is we can kill enemies and keep our distance. Oops, I just rolled into that. That's not a good armor piece. Okay. Now that we got rid of them, we can come down here and grab this item over here. And then there's an item over there. See if I can get an eye angle on it. There you go. It's over there at the end of that bridge, but what you can do is you can jump across. So just kind of get very close to the edge and jump, and your character will make it. The reason I switched my jump to L3 is that in this game you have to double hit circle to jump, and while you're running or fighting bosses, like say you're sprinting away from a boss and you're still in range and you go to roll, but instead of a roll, your character does a jump. If you get hit while you're doing your jump animation, you'll get hit for double damage. Because your character is even more exposed than normal when you're jumping, so you'll get hit for double damage. So that's really aggravating. So that's why I went ahead and switched my jump to L3 because it's a little bit easier that way. Plus, when I'm trying to avoid bosses and stuff, I won't get hit for double damage. So that's why I went ahead and switched it. You can do that if you want to. I recommend it, but it's not necessary. Like I said, I do it to make it a little bit easier so I don't get hit for double damage. There we go. 2 for 1. And poke. Slash poke. I like using the spear and every time I hit an enemy going poke. I'm a dork. It's all good though. There's an item over here, another soul item. And then don't worry, we're gonna get staggered by a dragon, but we don't have to deal with that dragon right now, but we'll have to deal with them later. Poke. And poke. And then there's a guy shooting arrows at us, but they're pretty easy to avoid. And then there's an item over in this tower, right here. It's the wooden shield. It's pretty much an upgrade on the shield we started off with, but if you started your game with like a knight or something, you don't want the wooden shield. It's just something that I pick up every playthrough just cuz. But we're gonna go ahead and pop another humanity because this bonfire, if we go ahead and light it, you can see that its fire isn't as big as the one at Firelink Shrine, but if we go ahead and rest at it and hit kindle, we can kindle this flame. And then now you can see that the flame is bigger than it was before, so that one's been kindled. Unfortunately, every time you rest at a bonfire, the enemies come back. So you have to kind of kill them all over again. But luckily for us, there's not that many enemies, and with this winged spear, they're pretty weak. So this is how you summon the Gravelord servants. I don't know exactly what that does, so I would just ignore it. Smack them a couple times for them to get staggered and drop their guard. So go down here, and there's an enemy hiding behind this shelf, or yeah, shelf, whatever. But once we're right here, go ahead and pop all your soul items that you have, because we're just gonna be a couple things that we're gonna want to buy, because there's a vendor through this wall over here. He's right here. But what we're gonna do is gonna talk to him.
You seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer.
So what we're gonna buy from him is very specific. So go ahead and buy the residence key, buy the bottomless box, come over here, get... Oh, we don't have enough for it. What we were supposed to buy is a short bow and some arrows.
Thank you,
Let's see if we can kill some enemies and we'll come back. Because we really need that short bow and arrows. But that character is the only one that I know of that sells the bottomless box. And that's how we can, if you go to the bonfire, we'll be able to use the bottomless box to put stuff in it that we don't want, so our inventory is not so cluttered. But we're gonna get some more souls and make the jump. But yeah, we're gonna kill some more enemies and get some more, hopefully get some more souls. Because like I said, we really need that bottomless box, or the short bow. We actually locked onto the character, onto a character that's down here, so. Ouch. Then there's an opening right here. And then walk all the way to the back of the room and there's another soul item over here. Go ahead and knock these guys off. And then the most useless item in the game, it's called rubbish, and that's literally what it is. It's rubbish. You can't do anything with it at all. That's literally rubbish, which is just another word for trash. You can't even sell it or anything. I grab it because I grab I want to show y'all every single item in the game. It's an item in the game, so I'm showing it to you. But can't do anything with it. And we are at 1,020, so let's see. Go ahead and pop these too. Sweet, we got 1,600. That should be enough to buy us the bow, and you need about 30 to 40 arrows. Go ahead and heal up. So go ahead and talk to him again. And then, like I said, now that we've got some more, go ahead and buy the short bow. And then come over here. And the cheapest arrows you can get are standard, so just kind of hit down. Oh, we don't need that many. Like I said, buy about 30 to 40 arrows. I would recommend 40 just in case you miss. But we're going to be actually using them for something.
Oh,
Go ahead and back out.
soon.
And then y'all might think this is mean, but I'm actually going to kill him because I have everything I need from him. So.
I'll teach you, you lousy rat. Julia! Why me? Little.
I feel bad for killing him, but we killed him to get the Uji Katana. That is the weapon we're gonna be using until we can use the Black Knight Halberd. Like I said, I feel bad for killing him, but well, which one was better? Just the yeah. So we're gonna be using the Uji Katana until we can use the Black Knight Halberd. And like I said, I do feel bad for killing him, but that's the only way to get the Uji Katana is by killing him. So. Just like in Demon Souls, the Uji Katana is a fantastic weapon. I need you to The only bad thing about the Grass Crest Shield is that it's physical over here on the right. It says damage reduction. The damage reduction is only 95, which is kind of the bad thing about it. It doesn't have 100 damage reduction. So there's about a 5% of everything that we block is actually going to hit us and do damage. So some more black fire bombs. It's a weird echo of another character running behind me. And then we're actually going to come over here and equip these throwing knives. Because these guys will throw black fire bombs at us from a distance, so it's easier to just kill them like that. Until there's only one left. Come over here, grab another soul item. And then now I'm going to show y'all how to, well, here in a minute we're gonna fight a Black Knight, but they may seem intimidating, but they're actually not. The Black Knights are actually pretty easy to kill if you're good. If you learn their attack timing, you can parry them super easy. I'm not great at parrying, but the Black Knights are super easy to parry. Drop your guard, sir. Ow. Hit me again. Oops. Go about here to the break in the wall to get him to push that down. No heals. Alright, what we're going to do is we're actually going to get the target shield out because it has a little bit of a faster parry animation. And then down this way is where the Black Knight is. He's guarding an item that it's not super important, but go ahead and get his attention. And try to keep a little bit distance because he does have an incredible reach. And if you get hit by him, you're going to be hurting. But what I like to do is I like to lure him up into this area so we have a... Oh crap, I got invaded. That's why I prefer to play this game offline. The way you get invaded is if you're reverse your hollowing. This guy's probably gonna fight. Yep, he's gonna kill me while I'm trying to fight this Black Knight. Just let him go ahead and die. But if you're playing online, if you reverse your hollowing, you open yourself up to being invaded. So I would recommend when you start your game up to either don't just stay hollow or playing offline. In my next video, I'm probably gonna hop offline because I don't like to keep. I like to be unhollowed. Ouch. It's getting near that hour mark of where I like to cut my videos. I don't like them to go over an hour, but I'm gonna at least see if I can get to the boss. But you can see that that character that invaded me was super high level than me. There's a term for in the Dark Souls community of people who do that in Dark Souls where they're super high level and they invade hopefully newer players or people that just started the game. Because technically I'm not a new player. I know what I'm doing. But there is a term in the Dark Souls community of players who invade, or like high-level characters that invade low-level characters in the Undead Burg is where we are. They're called Burg Bullies, so they just come in and they're super high-level. And that's what that guy was. He had equipment and armor set that was way later in the game, and we call them Burg Bullies because that's what they do. They just come in and they invade low-level characters in the Undead Burg. If I wouldn't have been fighting this Black Knight, I probably would have tried to fight back, but yeah, the way you parry these Black Knights is you wait for him to do that overhead strike, and then as he's coming down, you hit L2, which is the parry button, and just do a couple parries. And like I said, the drop rate for the Black Knight weapons is really low, so but we can go. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door, but we're not gonna go down there. This is the way down to Havel, and he's pretty easy to kill too. He's basically a backstab simulator. Basically, you just kind of circle around him, wait for him to swing, and then get behind him and backstab him. But this is what we want right there, is the crystal lizards. In this game, the crystal lizards look a little different than the ones in Demon Souls. But yeah, what we want is that Twinkling Titanite. Yeah, that's right, go down. But what we want is the Twinkling Titanite. Let's see. It reinforces +5 reinforcement for weapons not reinforced normally. So basically, Twinkling Titanite will upgrade the Black Knight weapons. But this is the fog gate for the boss fight. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. I'm going to record this video and the next one back to back. But I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.